Welcome back to Let's Play Farming Simulator 22 White Farm. I'm your host, Fields and Skylines. We are in the month of November. Oh, we're going to have a fun month, I think. It is 7 a.m. I'm just cracking on trying to get some fields mulched up so we can focus this episode mainly on the new farm expansion. More cows, more chickens, some new equipment. I've done the math. We don't have enough money. We will be taking out a loan. What we're going to see in this month, honestly, would take many, many months for realism. Applying for a loan, having a bank grant the loan, finding a builder, building. All that stuff will take more than a month, but we're going to have it all done here in a month. We're also going to buy some new equipment that will be needed to help improve quality of life on the farm. Things like another feeder for this new barn expansion, a couple trucks to replace one of our trucks, and another truck for, well, it's a bit of a surprise, or a add-on to this plan of ours. So yeah, I'm gonna hire a worker off here once I get to the other side, and then I'll do a time lapse of us doing the farm chores, things like feeding the cows, feeding the chickens, selling the milk, selling the egg, and that type of thing. But I am gonna set a worker. I don't know why he's doing that, because we're mulching, but whatever. All right, so quickly, some quick updates. I should have stayed down there. So you can see the jam's missing. I didn't sell it or anything. It's just stored in the garage, out of the way. We'll be selling a bunch of jam next month. That's still going. I didn't stop it. Yep. All right. Another thing I did off camera was I sold our old planter. I bought a new one. It's right here. This is a direct drill planter. It's a little bit bigger. It holds more stuff. It's an improvement from what we had. To pay for it, I sold our planter and did 2 cultivating contracts. I need this tractor. I also repaired some of our equipment. So that's good. Let's take a look at our animals to see how our animals are doing. Chicken, use some feed. Cows. Here we are. Where are we? Cows. Definitely need feed. Straw's good. Milk to sell. Slurries, all right. All the rest, that's good. Do we have any cows we have to sell? Nope. 33. We sell 36 months, so that's good. One thing we're going to do is we're going to take, once we build our new pen, we will take some of these cows out. Like these, because they're going to give birth. So we're going to move these over to the new pen so the babies can go in the new pen. And we'll probably take a mix of some of the older and some of the newer cows and mix them, match them, divide them in half so that once they do start producing babies, they'll fill the pens. I think that'll be the easiest way to refill for now. We also may speed that up by buying some cows, but for now I'd like to use babies. I know they take a while to feed, using feed before they're producing. However, it saves a little bit of cash as well, because this farm expansion, no joke, is going to be a little pricey. a little pricey. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some feed for these cows. We'll dump out what's left. And actually, you know what? I'm going to jump into a, ooh, way too far. There you go. I'm going to jump into the time lapse to get the cows fed, chickens fed, and all our things sold. Check in every once in a while also on the mulcher. But I will see you all once the field, the barn, and farm work is done. See you in a bit. Okay, so the mulching is done. I'm gonna say I was gonna do the liming, but I couldn't get the sensor to work since it was not daytime, but it's daytime now, and I could do it. But I want to really crack on and start building our future. So let's talk about everything we are going to be buying. Um, it is rather exciting. So let's start with the new buildings. We are going to be obviously putting in a cow pen for $80,000 that holds 40, uh, 45 cows, and we're going to place it somewhere in this field somehow. Now, we could have it look exactly the same and place it like right next door. We could spin it and just have it look a little different and put it more in the back here. But as you see, it's cheaper if we push it in this corner because I think it's flatter over here. Which doesn't mean we can't, do things a little differently, like, right? So, like, if we slide it like this or something, I don't know. So, yeah, so we're going to be building cow pen. We're going to be putting in a chicken coop attached to the cow pen, kind of the way it'll be in the same spot it is on this pen. We are also, one of the struggles we have, obviously, with precision farming that we've noticed is that manure and slurry aren't quite working. Like, they work on grass, but if you put them on a crop field, it's not enough nitrogen, and you have to come back and re-nitrogen those fields again. And I think that that is foolish. But I don't want to just sell them, the manure and slurry, off to somewhere and just make money with it. Because whatever we sell, it's not going to cover the amount of money we're going to need to offset the fertilizer that it could be giving us. So I have a few options or a few thoughts. One is we could buy a biogas thing. I haven't found it in here. I'm sure I passed it. Or maybe I didn't include it. But there's a mini. Yeah, I probably didn't include it. So I was going to show it, but that wasn't the road I was going to take. Because to me, selling it off and then having like methane and electricity sold off is a little odd. So there's these two buildings that look very similar, and they do very similar things. There's the homebrewed production, which takes slurry, water, and manure and turns it into fertilizer and herbicide. And there's this thing that takes a bunch of stuff and can do pretty much the same thing. Now, I like how this one does a lot more. Like, you can make seeds from it and stuff like that. But to me, that starts to get a little bit more than realistic. Whereas with this one, I think it's a little bit more realistic. So we're going to be putting in the homebrewed production as well somewhere. And what you do is we put manure and slurry in, and we'll get out. We're going to get fertilize. Oh boy, they're killing my grass field. It's all right. We weren't going to do another cut this year anyways, but I don't know how that's going to throw us off surprised that he was still going. But anyways, we'll place that and we'll get herbicide from the slurry and we'll get solid fert from the manure. And I think that's kind of fair. The problem is we're going to have way more herbicide and solid fert than what we're probably going to know what to do with. So we may have to figure out how to deal with manure and slurry. And we may end up having to do that, mini biogas plant thing. But I'm hoping not to do that because that's not very realistic. Or maybe we just sell excess stuff then off to wholesale. All right, so I'm just going to leave this here. Actually, if I do that, I will forget to fix the mulcher to grass. All right. All right, so that is what we're going to do, at least for buildings. I'll get into kit after we place some buildings, and there's going to be some landscaping budget as well. Now, we have $126,000. We applied for a $200,000 loan from the bank and a line of credit. I'm not going to say what the line of credit is because I think $200,000 plus the cash we have is enough, but we may need to have to take out a little bit more. I want to get out of this field because I don't want to be in the way when I'm placing stuff. So I'm going to move right over here. And we're going to get the buildings placed at least. The 3 buildings. This is like what we've been playing for. This is the expansion that's going to put us into that next level, I believe. So some of the other stuff we might place in here. We may put some more strawberry gardens in here. I really don't know how much. I wish that menu would go kind of away. What if we reversed it? Kind of did this way. So I think I might place it this way. I think there's enough room to get the slurry. There's enough room to get up and down that ramp. There's enough room to place the chicken coop over here and be able to do what we need to do to get eggs, gather the milk, get the manure trough put in. So I'm going to place this right here. I don't know how much smoothing is going to be needed. I can't really tell. We'll put down some landscaping once it's all said and done. I mean, it looks okay. We'll put in some concrete or gravel or something. Ooh, I didn't take out our loan. Holy cow. Stop the presses. Let's get the loan. 200,000. Let's see if they'll give us 200,000. $200,000. There we are. All right. So next thing we're going to place in is the coop. Or actually, let's put in the manure. I think it was this one that I used. And that needs to go think we had it kind of right over here, like that. All right, chicken coop next. And we're gonna put the chicken coop over on this side of the building, turned this way. And I believe, like, let's just take a look at how it's lined up over here. So that square lines up with the door, and that kind of just lines up in the fence. And that's next to the door. All right. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk a little bit about the pigs. I was thinking about doing some pigs. I did a little like on my um, on my test map. I did a little pig thing, and I don't know why people like pigs so much because honestly, man, they like unless there's mods I can't find, I don't know what to do because they're not money makers. They really aren't that good of like once they start having babies, you might make approximately $100 per pig after 24 months. But to me, and that's well, let me explain. So if you grow all the crops yourself and you get the feed right, yes, they can make pretty good money. Um, that said, if you use pig feed, even looking at mods where the pig feed is cheaper, um, let me pull up my notes on what I found. So, like, if you could find pig feed for, where's my notes? Here we go. So, like in the store, pig food was around $900 for a big bag, and you got 1,000 liters. So that's 90 cents per liter. And um, basically, your cost to feed for the 25 months, which gets you the full, it gets you the full on five baby pigs, costs 1,063.20. Well, a baby pig costs $200, taking your total to 1,263, and you can only sell the pig for 1,200. So you lose $63 at 90 cents per liter. You can find pig food at a cost of like 76 a liter. That was the cents per liter. That was the best I could find. And even at that cost, um, where are we at here? Even at that cost, it wasn't very good. It was coming in at $1,212. You lose $12, but what happens is now you add. you take the 200 away for all the babies, and you get basically you get $187 per pig, right? So that's 5 pigs. That's not doesn't seem bad, but you still have to feed them, and you still have to take the time to sell them and everything like that. And if you are not selling them with a vehicle, then it is probably not going to be very cost effective way to do pigs, right? So the magic way to do it is like buy one pig and then feed it and buy about a bunch of pig food with that mod I was talking about, where you get 1,050 liters for $800 of food, and then you let that 5 pigs have babies, and then those pigs have their babies, and eventually you have a lot of pigs, and eventually it's worth it. And I might try that in this series just to see how it goes, but right now I'm definitely not gonna go that route. So where do I want to place this building where it kind of will make sense? Um, See, like there's slurry over here, and there's manure back here. So like maybe if I placed it like over here somewhere. See, that's where you pick up the milk. Hmm. I don't know. I think I like it kind of over here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I can lean it over the fence where we pick it up over there. We dump it in here. Okay, so there's that. Now, before I landscape, I am going to buy equipment that I have planned to buy. So here's the list of the equipment, and people are going to be like, why are you getting all of that? Well, first and foremost, we are going to buy a new feeder. Now, the feeder we have is this coon, and it works pretty good. But as you see, when you have a full pen, actually, well, yeah, I'll move supplies and stuff later. When you have a full pen, it works. You have to do a couple mixes, right? Whereas if we go up to one of these, we got 22 and 24. You won't have that problem. But since we're going to divide our cows, and it's going to be a while probably before we have full pens again, I'm going to go with the coon. I can handle doing a few mixes at a time. It's not a big deal. So coon, um, don't need a license plate. We are going to buy. Now, interesting, if we look here, we have this tractor, which we may or may not get. This is on our maybe list. It depends how much money we have left over after we make our next two purchases. And those are going to be a little bit more. We also have to sell our muck spreader, but it's full. And I'm going to see first, that's what I'm going to do, see if I can dump it. Um, I'm going to see if I can, from the muck spreader, dump it into that building. So I think we'll still have manure and slurry problem, but I don't think I'll be using them on the field. I'll just leave this here. And I'm also going to test the slurry spreader, see if I can use that as a tank to distribute or not. Um, but I am not going to use. I am going to sell the muck spreader no matter what. The slurry tank I might hang on to if I can use it to distribute the slurry or not, just because to buy a new one is pricey. And I'm just going to cut through the fence that I can't take down. Yeah, I can't unload it, I guess, from here. Hmm. Well, we might be selling a manure-filled spreader. All right, so we'll test slurry later. Let's go and purchase some more stuff and then get it brought back to the farm. So that is going to require me to take this up here to sell. So let's hire a worker to drive this up to the store. To sell. And then we'll buy our next thing. So what we need next is um, something else I'm going to sell. This pickup truck has done us well, but it's time to sell him off as well. And we will replace this pickup truck with a shiny new pickup truck. So he too will get driven by a worker right up here. You know what? Let's go away and try this again. Pop him right here. All right, he can't go because that guy might be in the way or something. I don't know. I'll just try it. But yes, we're gonna buy a new pickup truck. We might actually buy also a second trailer just for moving muck to and fro. Moving muck around so that I don't have to use the good feed trailer. So pretty soon we'll also buy some chickens and a rooster to fill another chicken coop. We'll get everything, all the food made up and mixed up, and we'll get silage and stuff all transferred around and moved around, and straw. So I'll do a lot of that probably off camera. Um, just because. All right. So let's go ahead and repair this, paint it. And let's go ahead and sell. And let's go and buy our new vehicle. So, I have nothing against using these trucks where you can put different things on them, but I am going to go with this guy, right? I went wait by it right here. I like the color. I like how it looks. Um, we're got a strong engine. Definitely gonna tint the windows a little bit. We're gonna add some vinyls. I was thinking having a roof rack. I don't know though. We're getting there. Here's the roof rack. Looks like. I think I'm gonna pass because I can always dump stuff into the back. So yeah, interior colors. I liked a couple of them. This darker brown seems to make more sense for a farm than this white. I liked. So we're gonna go with the brown. Fenders we're keeping the same. Although kind of looks sharp in the two-tone. Front grille, we are getting this one right here. Nice and clean. No box extras. Exhaust, we're going to keep the same, just so saving money. Side steps, yes. I like the full. No extra lighting. Wide mirrors. No winches. And we're going to keep all that stuff the same. So that's our new truck. She is a beaut. And then, like I said, this is where I'm not sure what I want to do. We definitely need a trailer just for moving muck around. It doesn't have to be very big. Probably bigger than that one. So something like this, but it's $36,000, right? That seems awfully pricey just for something to move muck around. And none of these are really coming down in price as we look at them. So there are a couple other things we could do. Here's this guy. It's 5M, a little bigger, but still 15 grand for that thing, right? Pricey, pricey, pricey. 26, getting a little bit better. That's big. Then there's this thing, which it looks weird, right? But I think that's our answer. Um, Called 6,000 liters. We can pull it with our pickup truck. Um, I really think this might be our answer. Because the other thing I was thinking about doing is buying like one of these other bigger trailers. But honestly, I think this is our answer. We can go Unreal or do an extension, which holds 8,000. I think I like the extension. It holds 8,000. It's still only $6,500, and we may have enough to buy a tractor yet. Well, I want the fenders for sure. So that's our answer. Purchase done. So that is the expansion. We have one more thing that we're thinking about doing. So if we go down to animals, so right now we have this milk thing, and it takes 8,000 liters, and that's still good for us. However, right now we're doing about 5 or 6. That's going to become, almost 12. So I'm thinking we could buy this as a replacement, but I don't think we quite need that one yet. So we're going to hold off and stay with where we're at. But that will be one of the next purchases we want to make. And now let's look at our tractors. We have this guy in here for 95,000. It gets a bit pricey once we put on this ISRO thing. It's 110. We'll still have 40 some thousand left over. I don't know what the stowage thing is. Panorama windows, second door. I want panorama windows. Reverse driving, don't need it. Roof setup, standard. So I think for $110,000, we just found our third tractor, 230 horse. I think it becomes very helpful for us, especially now that we have that next pen. So we are going to definitely buy this tractor. Because the other thing I was thinking about before I do, it's on sale. It'll still be there. If we take a look at how much horsepower our feeder needs, is 90 horse, right? And so I was thinking, and this is just laziness, but buying 2 small tractors that barely hit 90 horse um, for basically the same price. So like 2 of these guys, possibly, that just sit in the barns hooked up to the feed trailer. That'd be like 80 grand, still cheaper. Uh, just something like that. But to me, that's wasteful and lazy and just really not needed right now. So we are going to do the Ultra with the Icer Pro, and we're going to call it a day. And we're very happy with what we all just did. So what else do we have here? Yes, we are going to sell this thing of muck, hopefully. Hopefully they'll let us. Repair, paint, and then sell. All right, so we lost all the muck. I don't think it dropped it here. But that's okay. That is okay. But now we have some new stuff for the farm. It'll help us when we need to get things moved around and everything that we need to do. I still have to do some landscaping. We have $60,000 to do it. I don't want to spend all of that money, but it will definitely need some landscaping. We're selling some jam next month. we are definitely um, probably going to have some silage to sell. I don't know about hay. I don't know about straw. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a jump cut here and get all of these things back on the farm. And then I will be right back. All right. Everything is back where it should be. I think this has been a pretty good episode. As you'll see, I did a little bit of landscaping, put some concrete down. I'm trying to pretend like this fence would have been taken down and we could drive through from the farm, at least from this side, maybe not from the other side. I haven't really decided yet. But we have some good room here. I have a bunch of work yet to do before we jump to the next month. We'll do it offline. I'm going to move basically straw inside the pen, get the feed silo filled with some silage, some hay, and some straw as well. I'm going to get some food in here for some chickens, buy some chickens, and I'm going to transfer all the cows. But all in all, like, something's not right. Like, do you see my tractor just skid? Maybe it's because that's too low. There we go. All right. So yeah, so I'm going to get some of that work done before the next episode. I'll move the cows into this pen, and we'll get the work done. So yeah, exciting times on the farm. So until next time, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. And as always, comment down below on what you think the farm needs. We have $57,000, although I think I'm going to use $25,000 of that to pay off the loan. We have a lot of stuff we're selling next month. We're going to make some cash in January. So yeah. But with that, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.